Well, this is Mark Yates, then pre-Chesterfield away. Mark, presumably at this stage of the season, the recovery from the 120 minutes on Tuesday night's pretty quick, is it?
Yeah, it would have taken a lot out of the players, but that's no excuse. We'll have done things yesterday, today, and tomorrow to make sure that they're ready for Saturday. Tough trip, but they're professional. They're all fit. It's not ideal playing 120 minutes, probably in the second game of the season, but listen, that's what happened, and I think we've come out of it pretty well. And
if you need to later on in the season, you'll wrap the players up in cotton wool, but it's not that case at the moment, is it?
Not at all. No. They're professionals. They're good athletes. I thought they finished the game really strongly the other night. We know we've got a tough game on Saturday, so we'll be doing what we feel is right to make sure that the boys are as ready as they can be.
And the first away game of the season, does that mean or change anything?
It might do. Yeah, it might do. It might change the system. Might have a little tinker. We'll just see.
And I suppose, actually, when you are away, there is less emphasis on you to take the game to the opposition as there would be at Whaddon Road, isn't there?
Yeah, I think we've got the balance right in the first two games between playing and making sure we're organised and defensively sound. We've played two decent teams. We're coming up against a very decent team, for me, one of the favourites in our division on Saturday. They've got some real quality throughout the squad. We know it's going to be tough. We got a bit of a going over there last season, so we know we've got a job on our hands, and if it means we have to go there and do things slightly differently, then we'll do it.
The chairman came out and said they're pretty much over budget for the season, so I suppose there is all kinds of pressure on them, isn't there?
I imagine there is, yeah. I mean, I went up to watch them last night, and they had good away support. They played very well. I knew they got good players, and I saw that last night against a championship side. So there'll be pressure on them, but they'll be able to cope with that. They've got some real experience, and I don't see that being a problem for them. There's an expectation up there, and with who they've signed, then maybe that's quite right.
And when you're scouting a team, the fact that you've seen them lose, and obviously they beat Bury last weekend, is that more use when you're scouting a team to see a mixture of results?
Yeah, I think so. We had a report on Saturday, and Neil and I went along last night just to have a look. They made a number of changes, but essentially they try and play decent football. They've got great movement. They're all comfortable on the ball. The lad Gary Roberts is probably exceptional for our division, and we got a game on our hands. But like I say, we've done all right ourselves last first couple of games. We've got some good players. We've got to make sure that our game plan's put into action, that we work really hard and deal with it, and try and be a threat ourselves as well.
How's Steve's knee from the other night?
Yeah, he's okay.
Everyone else all right except for Jamie?
Yeah, we've got a few bumps and bruises. There are a few tasty challenges, a bit of tiredness, of course, but on the whole, I think everybody's okay.
Thank you. Good luck.
And Jamie seems, like you said the other night, he's joking that he'll be back on Saturday. But do you think there's any chance of him speeding it up with his attitude towards it?
I don't know. His attitude will help, of course it will, definitely. But as in time-wise, I'm not really sure. I think he'd like to be involved as quick as he can, and that's great for me to hear. But Wes will also on the side of caution. He's got to strengthen it. You've had a collision on it or an injury to it. You've got to strengthen it. He'll be 4 to 5 weeks. If I plan on him being 4 or 5 weeks, and he's a bit before that, then great. But I don't see that happening.
Yeah, with Byron, you said Neil had been doing a bit of work with him on and off the pitch. Is that going to be ongoing now, do you think? Or he's had a good start, do you think you have to leave him to it?
Far from it, no. It's something that we've talked about openly as a staff, working on him on different things. It's up to him now. I want to see that Byron week in, week out. I understand he's not going to play as well as that every single game. He wouldn't be here if he did. But I want to see the same application, the same enjoyment levels of him. He played with a smile on his face that I haven't seen for quite a while the other night, and I think that was a big part of him and Terry looking a decent partnership. Like I said, I might not play too up front on Saturday, but But, you know, when we go back home the week after, I think they can be a potent threat for us.
Yeah, he did it against Cheltenham for Stevenage, didn't he? And now that's probably the first, or the most we've seen of it for Cheltenham.
Yeah, like I say, we didn't start well as a team for 20 minutes. We were a little bit overrun. But once we got a little bit more competitive and a little bit more into the game, I thought for an hour and then extra time, I thought we were excellent. I thought we had to work really hard, but we showed what we were about, and the two of them combined well, and Byron was a big part of that.
Yeah, you get on well with Richie Barker on the same course, and did he have complimentary things to
say
after the game?
You know, we didn't really talk about the game too much, you know, but he knows that we've got some good players, and we won, so you know that shows. They've got some good players as well, and like I said, for the first 20 minutes we were a little bit not all over the place, but not doing what we set out to do. Once we did that, then we looked a decent side.
Yeah, Paul Cook's another manager that you get on well with, and you said on Tuesday that you hate playing against his teams generally. But what is it about his? Obviously, you've got good players, but the way that they play is quite difficult to stop.
You'll see him on Saturday. You know, hopefully you won't see on Saturday. They play with the freedom. They make the pitch big. They get runners from everywhere. They're all comfortable on the ball. We've got a game on our hands, definitely. Cookie's a manager I like. I like the way his teams play, and he's a passionate manager on the sidelines. You know, and he's good entertainment. He's good value after, and hopefully I can have a smile with him after the game and we've got half a decent result.
Yeah, Steve Elliott, you don't really want to be missing. You've already got Puritan out. You don't want to miss another of your senior players at this stage of the season, do you? But if it was a case of taking him out for one and having him, would you do that?
If he's not fit, he won't be fit. But if he's not fit, he won't play. But you know, we certainly won't be wheeling him out there if he's not 100%. I've spoken to him this morning. He's hopeful that it's nothing serious. It's just a kick. I think it was when the lad landed on him. So I'm hopeful, and Steve's hopeful. And if not, we've got able deputies in Keith Lowe, Ryan. You know, we can do a couple of things. So you know, if Steve's not fit, then we just move to the next one.
Yeah, I know you're conscious of not making a big thing of it because Terry and Byron have done so well, but lone striker cover, is it something you're going to be asking the chairman about?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's told me to ask him, I think, by the sounds of it. We inquired about somebody on Monday, and unfortunately it didn't come off. I'll speak to the chairman again today and we'll see where we go.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, Mark. Thank you.